Hercity Alexandra. Welcome back to Tom Plays EU4 for absolute beginners. We are back with the Ottomans. We're got an air. Pretty good air as well. Nice. These, I'm sure I mentioned, but these tend to be out of 6. Higher the better. So this particular chap, Hamden, is very good at military things. Really going to have to think about getting a better diplomatic advisor. That's 7.87. So yeah, anyway, we had a very long session last time. We invaded Karakunlu finally, after they'd been a terrible ally for far too long. Georgia managed to make themselves independent. I'm still wondering if I could find a way to vassalize them. I think there is an option to sell provinces to people. Sell province. It's just the reason we can't vassalize them primarily, well, generally, is because we have a province they think of as theirs. I'm guessing it'll be this one. They certainly seem interested in it. Let's just try it. There's not a huge amount of use to us. There you see, now it's down to economic base, and they still don't want to be our vassals. Well, that's annoying. That's why you never win out when you sell people provinces. But it is an option, so in theory, I'll go with a large cast iron cabin. 5 cavalry, 7 infantry. Really? Oh, serve them. Fair enough. Need to finish the siege first. That's fine. So yeah, in theory, it was more or less impossible for us to vassalize them because they had one of their cores. So it is an option to actually sell them that core province. Compared to Georgian, not the same religious group. So they don't currently have any allies at all. So tempting to just go in and take them over. Of course, we do have to worry about these looming disasters and things as well. Got millions of rebels about to crawl out of the woodwork. And we're severely depleted in terms of manpower. So, Albania. Again. It's been like 5 minutes since the last time they rebelled. Never mind. Okay, so we do need another general, which we can't have because we don't have enough military power. Fine. Okay, so we have a claim on Kaffa. But they are, Genoa are allied with Spain, and even though they're a rival, I'm not that keen to fight them right now. We have a bunch of claims that we got through spies on Kazan, who have no allies at all, so they're quite tempting. Plus, if we can get this province, we can bypass Genoa. We'll never need to ask them for military access again. That should be really good. Let me just finish this siege. We don't have any claims. We don't have, do we? Can I get military access? I can. So I suppose, once again, I'm kind of wondering... Oh, good grief. What's happened now? Okay, arrogant administrators. So they have managed to offend our vassals. I don't think think it's going to be a huge problem. Hopefully. Albanian separatists, Armenian separatists. Okay, oh, we should be able to call that province now as well, which is good. Okay, Albanian, Armenian. Really need a general for this army. Just get the military points up to 50. Should be able to get a general. Nah, I was afraid of this. I think this is what happened. If you remember, we actually took a hit to our military tradition, and I think that's why all the previous generals have had lots of pips and been 3-star generals, and the current one still a 2-star general, but nothing like as good. Never mind. Right, so where are the Armenian separatists going to arise? Mush or Van? Almost certainly Van. Okay, but could be Mush. So if I go there, and I can just await their attack. Oh, there they are. Alright. Unfortunately, we don't have much of a numerical advantage, but we do have a better general. So, in theory that should be fine. So I might be able to press the attack. Still wondering whether to ally these guys in the hope that we can get our economic base up. And try and take him peacefully. You know, I think I will. Because we don't seem to have a mission tree for taking their land, or possibly we've already fulfilled the mission. So, even though it does take us above our limit of diplomatic relations, it should allow us military access when we need it. We're hopefully about to get around needing Genoa ever again. These guys are ready for the rebellion. Shame it's my best general. Well, I suppose I could swap generals. Probably sufficient though. Let's bring these guys up to help out. But honestly, I can probably take Kazan on with just the one army. So let's do it. So they have no allies at all. Whereas we've at least got our 2 vassals. So primary goal, as far as I'm concerned, oh great, just what I wanted, reduction in morale, going ahead anyway, is to take tin, because this is what we need. I may be mispronouncing it. Okay, so I'm going to go straight for the castle, bring my other army up, and they're going to start taking land, and my other army is going to stay put until the rebels show up. Hoping this war will actually be quite easy. Certainly we didn't have any problems against Muscovy really, and Kazan couldn't handle them. So we've no allies at all. Friedrich of Brandenburg is now the emperor. Okay. Let's see how we do. really could do with clearing some of these armies out. It's nice that they're all small armies, but they're still bigger than my vassals' armies. I think unfortunately the vassals took a bit of a beating in that last war. Well, those last wars. They really had a chance to recover. So, I can use this army to try to... Now, where are you going? Here we go. Let's see if we can take them down a bit. Make them less of a threat. There. It's a bit better. Alright. Having done that... Oh, that's interesting. You don't come across this as much with the Ottomans, but this is uncolonised land, which means there's still people living there, hence for natives. But yeah, there isn't one of the official nations, so you can't conquer it as such. You need colonists, for which you need the exploration or expansion ideas. So we actually can't take this land. We have no way of doing it. We need to wait for someone else to take it, and then take it from them. But it becomes quite a big deal for the colonial nations. A lot of the land you take is like this. But yes, as far as we're concerned, it's just going to be an obstacle to go around. Not a problem. Kazan is much smaller than I remember them being. I see Muscovy has managed to form Russia as well. The thing about Russia is they're very big, but at this stage they're often not that technological. So they're less of a threat than they appear. They're still a threat, but as we saw when I was fighting Muscovy, they're not that bad. I'd certainly rather take them on than Spain, even though they're considerably larger. And I'm fairly sure I've got the edge on them, even though they're much larger than me. Okay. Wonderful. So these guys are freed up. Someone's offering me peace. Kazan. What are you offering me? You're offering me all the things I wanted. That is fine then. I'm not going to be mean about it. Okay, so let's take you to Kirim. And you can go down there. Yes, let's ban offensive storage from the realm again. Now this is interesting because really we could do with boosting stability again if we can. And then we'll worry about making cores. Whom do we have? Okay. Still keeping on the tireless, endless work of the missionaries. Trying to convert provinces anything like as quickly as we can conquer them. Okay, so that was short and sweet. That's interesting because we don't have a land bridge between these two parts of our country. They've actually named this almost like a separate country. It's the Ottoman Pontic Steppe. But yeah, it's still part of the Ottomans. How are we doing money-wise? We're actually losing money suddenly, which is interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Right, so in theory, we should now be looking to start conquering another European country. So... enough. I was just idly wondering if I could vassalize Lithuania then. Ooh! These people have become a separate country. But we own their core provinces. However, they don't have any allies and would probably fall extremely quickly because they're only a one province nation. If I can make a claim on them, I can probably go right in and conquer them. Right, okay, Europeans. So we've more or less decided that Genoa, even as a European, isn't an option because Spain will come in. Okay, we've got a choice between getting some help with our spy network construction and gaining prestige. I would much prefer to have prestige. In fact, our prestige is so low, I'm just going to check that we're still Defender of the Faith. Yes, we are. Piety isn't as good though. We could do with some more of those events. Now you see Wallachia's already gone for it. Not a surprise. Never mind. Looks like Wallachia is going to conquer them. Might pull the spy out then. There's not a lot of point. Wallachia is definitely going to go get them. Right, okay, so Venice has got the Palatinate and the Papal State on their side. So they're quite attackable. That's not much of a threat. Hungary. They have Great Britain, Krakow, Austria, Mantua and Russia. And we would just have Bohemia. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, what about Wallachia? Russia and Mazovia. Yeah, definitely a lot less scary. Even though I would really like to take Hungary. Quite frustrating. I was really hoping we'd have lost some of these allies by now. Could we take all of these on? Great Britain, Austria and Russia. Not keen. Really not keen. Let's build a spy network in Wallachia. I might just resign myself to getting these provinces the hard way. Although to be fair, if we're doing something that isn't in our mission tree, maybe I should consider Venice instead. Nothing else, we could actually make a claim on Crete. We might not get it. We probably won't be able to conquer Crete is the problem. Unless we're really, really fast on the move with a blitzkrieg attack again. Which might be an option. Do you have room for any more boats? Got room for another galley at least. War galley now. I'm guessing that means our existing galleys are obsolete. Lowered on a core. Stability again. I try to go all the way to 3 to deal with the Janissary coup. Actually, it does look like maybe the other one has stopped already. Well, that's good. Not sure how or why, but the internal conflict one seems to have stopped. So if we can get our stability to 3, that should stop the Janissary coup as well. It's possible that we'll be able to stop that in any case. Yeah, the other problem is we're actually punching vastly below our weight in terms of army size now. We really should be increasing the size of our armies considerably. Plus, I think we've now reached the tech level where we should really be doing more guns. So kind of moving away from cavalry to having lots of guns. There's quite a few things we should be changing really, ideally. Georgia. Reconquest against Karakyunlu. Okay, I mean, I'm not keen. One of the things that does kind of annoy me about making alliances with smaller countries. Quite a prestige hit and diplomatic reputation hit. Oh. Oops. Apparently I left the time moving too fast there, and it just decided I'd said no without me choosing to. Yeah, that is something to watch out for. It will usually make the worst decision for you if you leave it. Never mind. I might try to improve relations with them, because I'm sure they're going to be very upset at us now. Still, if Karakyunlu do wipe the floor with them, they might be a smaller nation and we might be able to vassalise them. If we can overcome their annoyance at us. I was half inclined to say no anyway, simply because it was quite cheeky of them, really. But on the other hand, we could probably have used the war as a pretext to grab even more of Karakyunlu's lands. But never mind. It serves me right for making an ally with someone who was going to start kicking off. I shall just attack them myself. Yeah. We're not going to be making friends with them, really, are we? Right, never mind. I was thinking, actually, if we did attack Wallachia, we could take both of these provinces, which would join us up again, which would be nice. On the other hand, it would be nice to take Crete, because it is kind of in our area. Right, well, if nothing else, let's start building some guns. What is it with the nobles lately, honestly? They rebel, they demand this, they demand that. Nope, you've done enough to my prestige, thank you. I'll put up with the rebellions. So I'm going to try and grow the armies at the same time now, which means 3 guns each for the time being. It's not much, but it's something. Okay, what have we got? Alright, yeah, support the hardliners and move towards legalism. That can only be good for us. Nobility complaining again. Thank you very much. Honestly, kind of wishing I could hang all the nobles from the highest yardarm at the moment. I seem determined to sabotage the country. Oh, I see. Of course. We never actually got through there, did we? Well, that's definitely one reason to attack Wallachia. Okay, chartered companies. Let's fabricate a claim on Crete. Thinking about it, there's a reasonable chance that the army can just walk across if I put this ship in the middle. And of course they have. Of course they've risen in the place where I had 3 cannons and nothing else. Because why wouldn't they? That's just difficult. Alright, I'm going to have to rebuild those 3 cannons then. Apparently George is now just allowing us military access anyway. Apparently just to be awkward. Right, okay. More cannons. So we need 3 to replace the ones we lost, and 3 more. 3 up here, and 3 up here. That should take each army to 33. Once it's all finished. Polish separatists. Ooh, 1 stability. Oh, 50 prestige. Oh, we really need the prestige, unfortunately. I'll use admin points for the stability as soon as I've got them. 50 prestige is too good not to go for. Thank goodness we had something good. Right, so we can get every army up to 33. Hopefully, I don't think all of these are built yet. Some of these must be quite low development. Got another revolt. Send you across. May have, but not for long. And another revolt. I have a feeling our next idea group may have to be humanist ideas. She's one of the best ones for stopping revolts. As a rule. Especially in a nation as diverse as ours. One thing that might be worth checking is can we... No, we can't promote any more cultures, unfortunately. So Crimean might have been a good option. Or even Syrian, even though we don't get as many drawbacks to them. Yes, no problem there. Alright, fair enough. I think that might decide me. If we have a claim on, say, Hum, So will it take us to get a claim on Dalmatia as well? Take a bit of time, I imagine. Oh, succeed in converting someone. That's good. Let's get on with someone else. So yeah, I'm just going to increase manpower. I do seem to be losing money still. Might be because of the size of our armies. So I might need to go for cheaper advisors for a while. We're building some more manufacturers as well. And we're up to royal marriage offer. That's fine. Okay, getting there. I think we need 30. Yes. Heritage of a great grandmother. Deny it fervently or acknowledge the fact will our legitimacy is higher than our prestige. So deny it fervently. Sounds good to me. Looks like someone's attacking Hungary. Which is interesting. Denmark. So they're currently at war. Unfortunately, it looks like all their allies are still willing to join in. Denmark fighting all of them? Russia, Hungary and the Livonian Order? Apparently not. Apparently they somehow managed to avoid a war with everybody. Oh well, what are we on? Denmark having a Count's feud. We could now declare war on Georgia, should we so wish. Okay. Need to bring these guys over towards Venice, I think. Or possibly towards Crete. It's going to be interesting. We might need to take those guys to Crete. Okay. Oh, never mind. Let's gear up. Lost an advisor. Okay, so diplomatic. Have to do morale navies. Might come in useful if we end up in a fight. Is there still... No, there isn't. There was a +1 discipline person, but there is no longer. Production efficiency... We could do national tax modifier instead. Right, start us towards positive money again. So while we're at it, I think I can now do textile manufactories. Maybe we can even build a manufactory in Constantinople? No, that's a mill. Okay, so where were our workshops? All of these places. Fair enough. So manufactories, we could build one here. Textile manufactory, there we go. Should increase the amount of money we make. Load these guys up and take them over to Celestra. Ooh, we can now fabricate a claim on Dalmatia. So I'm going to stop building the spy network. I've lost a general, which is unfortunate because our old generals were generally better than our new ones are likely to be. But never mind. We also have an uprising, which of course is in the least convenient spot possible. See, we could actually vassalize these people now. Never mind. Never mind. Doesn't matter. We can just take on Karakoyunlu. Let's chalk it up to experience. Oh, it's looking a little better. See, we've got the Great Horde Separatists back. I also see we had to leave behind some of our navy, which is a little unfortunate. Never mind. It's all more time for the manpower to recover. Right, okay. Yeah, we really have no way of getting there now. Karakoyunlu's unlikely to give us access. Alright, so let's get this army close to Crete. Although, having said that, we really do need to deal with these separatists, don't we? You want to keep an eye on this as well in case there's any chance that the Allies don't all want to join in later. Okay, right. Let's take these troops across. I'm going to take this army back across because I know I can handle it with a single boat, a single trip with our navy. And no, I was kind of going for the boats, thanks. Oh, my fault, sorry. Going crackers, clicking on the wrong thing. Okay. These separatists first because they're unlikely to run away unlike the others. Here, I don't know if we're going to catch them because they may just move out. Wallachian separatists. Cities demand all the rights. '20 legitimacy. Okay, going to accept that one. We can ask for a contribution from them, which is cheers me up a little bit at least, and we can finally stop this disaster. Which is why I didn't really want to fight the cities on that one. check over here. So I'm pretty sure those separatists are going to be back. However, I can't stand around waiting for them forever. These are the extreme practices again. I'll go with legalism again. I see they've come back. Thought they would. Oh well, maybe I'll just let the Great Horde reform. If we only lose Lower Don, that's not too bad. Who knows, we might even be able to vassalise them. Okay. Head over here. As otherwise I could be running back and forth for the next 30 years. We have a Venice to attack. Okay, what's our best option? Probably reinforce speed. At this stage, it's not a great option, but I think it's the best of the ones available. So, if people could stop dying for 2 seconds. Trade efficiency. Please. Generally gives you more money. But the only one that's more universally useful tends to be diplomatic reputation, and that wasn't an option. Okay. So planning to go with the same blitzkrieg method that we used before. Except it should be even easier this time, so I'm going to try and land one of my armies on Crete as soon as I declare war. Hopefully my ships will be able to protect that army long enough for it to actually land on Crete. Fascinating, the Papal State. I'm going to bring Bohemia into it. We haven't involved them for a while. So I've actually got it paused while I begin my attack. And I'm hoping that'll be the last island I need to take, if nothing else. These guys are still moving. They are. That's good. Bit of a concern that someone attacking our ships would stop them. Of course they have. Right, now I think they are in place now, so I'm going to ground my navy again on the assumption that Venice is still somehow able to field a navy big enough to stomp mine into the earth. I am in no position to put down any separatists of any kind. So I'm just going to have to grin and bear it, unfortunately. You go take that castle. You need a general. So we may need to attack the Papal State as well. Okay, now having taken Crete, we could take a risk and try to actually go sort out those separatists. I may regret this. But we'll see. Go, take her across to Curum. Okay, that's not bad. Seem to have got away with it. Looks like Venice are keeping most of his ships over on this side, which I suppose makes sense. Going to come up, looks like the vassals. Oh, and Bohemia. Doing sterling work in taking Venice's land here. I may need to go up and help them actually. It's a bit of a powerful army. To be fair, I only need 3 provinces. Let's forget about that siege and let's take both our armies. Let's see if we can just wipe all these armies out. It's going to be our best option. Okay, that's unfortunate. The castle fell just before we got there, so we're fighting at a disadvantage. On the plus side, it looks like even our first army would have been sufficient. So that's something. Okay, let's take down these separatists. Palatinate. How are we doing at freeing up Bohemia? In some ways, I'd almost rather not do this. I'd go and attack the Palatinate instead. Oh. Carry on with the missioning. Well, naturally. That is quite an army there. Good thing we've got the fort. I don't mind freeing up one of the castles. I don't want to necessarily spend all my time doing it though. Especially not when we're having our land retaken by the Palatinate. Free monarch point time. All that. Demand military support. We have a new technology. Okay. Well, seeing as the other armies are working on sieges, let's focus on retaking our land with this one. Oh, good grief, we've taken Crete back. Should have left the army there. Never mind. Not sure how I'm going to take Crete now. They seem to have the navy out. It's not the whole navy, to be fair. I might be able to take it down, but it's risky. I'm not sure if they'll be willing to give us Crete as part of the war deal if we're not occupying it. Not totally sure what the rules are. How's a Palatinate doing? Right, apparently we should be taking Heidelberg any second. There we go. Now, would the Palatinate be in any way interested in making peace? They would. case, I'm going to go and besiege Treviso. And then we're going to have to start on the Papal State, I suppose. Still, Bohemia are a decent army there. It's free to Port-Villans now. So that's something. Oh. So I didn't realise you guys were doing a siege as well. Okay, I'll go and help with that. Actually, to be fair, maybe I shouldn't. They're probably not in any immediate danger of falling, and I could really do with trying to deal with these armies. You go to Treviso. I'm going to take this army down to deal with these armies. Right, for the first time I'm going to get an admiral, because admirals are effectively like generals for ships. It's just because we don't tend to focus on naval combat. I'm actually not bothered with them before, but I'm going to try to take down this navy. Ooh, brilliant. I think let's go for administrative. Although we are getting to the point where we'll make more from manufacturing and trade. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, so that being the case, let's go back, and hopefully if we come back with our troops we can retake Crete. And this time I'll just leave them there. Or at least leave most of them there. Okay. Coffee and tobacco. Oh yeah, this is interesting. Because they're not actually covered in Islamic law as far as I know. Now, I don't really want the unrest that I'm going to get from doing this. And I'm a little not that keen to ban coffee as well, because I'm trying to be at least reasonably tolerant. So I'm actually going to take the hit towards mysticism and say that coffee is okay in our empire. See if we can take. This is interesting. I'm actually going to end up fighting Venice in naval battles. Not something I wanted to do. But it will give us a big advantage because there's a fort there, so we should be able to take their army down. And they might not even be able to run away, although probably can't keep a boat there, unfortunately. Never mind, it's progress. So if we move our boat here, we should be able to move our army to Corfu, which actually we can anyway. But I'll bring the navy around just to ensure. If I leave us here, they won't be able to run away, so possibly, harsh though it seems, it'll actually be a complete massacre. I think it is. Their entire army has been destroyed. Which is quite a result, really. I think I can take that navy down as well. Okay. So where does that leave us? We've got the siege of Treviso. We now have Crete, which is good. Got a third army that in theory could make a move on the Papal State. I know they can't. Okay, they can make a move on... No, they can't make a move on Milan either. Okay, I guess we can start taking some more land. I guess I'll go land on Crete. Right. It would be nice to at least take this castle. And in theory, Bohemia have a huge army knocking around somewhere. See, if only I could be sure I could beat that navy, we could actually take Venezia. But never mind. Rather not risk it. I do feel a little bad that I didn't manage to get Bohemia some of the Palatinate's land. But it can't be helped. Might be worth just no, if we do not want to sue for peace. Okay then, we'll bring a war to your country. Two, I want military access, that's fine. So we have a new pop-up to say we've got too many military leaders. This is because of the Admiral. Perhaps I should actually get rid of the Admiral now. I'm probably not going to be fighting any more naval battles. Which is a shame. He's done a very good job. Look on the alert. But we do really need the 3 generals. The Admiral, not quite as necessary. Speed things up because it doesn't look like they're doing much against us. Prepared defence. Oh, brilliant. On the siege of Milan. Yeah, that's good. Let's take the final 2 Venetian provinces and hopefully, especially if we can get the Pope to call it quits. Might be an option once the siege finishes. Yeah. Good. Not sure Bohemia are going to take it then. Okay, maybe we should try and get both of sieges to finish. Oh, one of them is probably enough, to be fair. Right. Yep, white peace with the Pope. Because everyone knows the Ottomans get on really well with the Pope. So they're going to give us Hum, Dalmatia and Crete. They're going to renounce some claims and give us some money. That's fine. Basically what we wanted. So, we're really going to need a period of rebuilding now. There we gone horribly over once again. Really, there should have been 2 episodes. But not to worry. So we've taken some land from Kazan and some land from Venice. So we're going to be gearing up to fight. Ooh, that is a question. Well, probably Karakyunlu again next time. So in fact, I might start building a spy network, although we will need a hell of a lot of network in order to make any claims, so possibly not. Possibly we'll just still put up with not having this bit sorted for a while. Oh! Oh no, this is interesting. Could we actually vassalize them? Okay, so we've almost got improved relations max, so that's 71. Alliance level was 121. T 71, 181. It's close. I might actually risk it. There's a danger they'll pull us into a war again and we'll end up losing a load of prestige once again. But at the same time, if we can just get these 2 provinces without having to fight a war, I would really not mind that at all. What we should do is build a spy network down here, because Mazandaran are probably still Karakyunlu's allies. Yes, they are. So we'll only be able to make a claim on 1 territory. But that 1 territory could well be worth it. So if we just get somewhere near and prepare ourselves. I don't know if we're going to need to be that powerful to take them on, to be fair. So yeah, in any case, that will all have to wait for next time. But yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be... Oh, hang on. I have a feeling we're going to be straight back into it. But have a look at this. And we still got quite a bit of manpower, to be fair, so it's more that we just haven't built our troops up that much yet. So yeah, but that will wait for next time. So I'll see you then.